Well, hello, my lovelies, and welcome back to LadyGame Conversations. So, today we're going to tackle a topic that most of you struggle with. To be honest, I did, but we rarely talk about it, and that's bitterness. Now, I know that we've all been hurt before, and we've all of us have gone through things that had us questioning love itself and if we could ever trust again, or if we would ever feel safe in another relationship. But here's the thing, if we're not careful, bitterness can sneak in and poison our future love. So today, we're going to get into this topic. We're going to talk about how bitterness shows up, why it can ruin your next relationship, and how you can let it go before you even begin. So, how does bitterness show up in a new relationship? Well, one, I can tell you when someone overreacts over little things, over minor things, like a missed text or a missed call. And it's just one missed text, like the person has been consistent, but for whatever reason, due to the fact that you've conditioned yourself to see minor little hiccups as red flags, you're now overreacting. And it's really, really bad. The second thing is just distrust. You're just questioning everything they say, everything they do, even when they've done nothing wrong. The third, comparing your new partner to your ex. Every little thing is being compared to a past pain. And now you're projecting that onto someone new. And last but not least, expecting disappointment, which is wild. I don't know why we do this, but expecting disappointment. You tell yourself, they're just going to hurt me like everyone else. That's what's going to happen. You're claiming that. And that controls how you show up in the new relationship. See, the problem is bitterness builds walls. It doesn't allow you to open up yourself to the potential of someone actually being worthy of your love. So where does this bitterness come from? Like, where does it stem from? I can tell you from my experience, the bitterness that I would harbor, it just came from pain built up over time. And it was the broken promises and the lack of trust, the broken trust, the betrayal, the cheating, the scandals, the bullshit. It's layered now. It's a built wall of just bitterness. But I think also it was just deeper than that because I hadn't processed any of that trauma. I hadn't processed the betrayals, the broken trust, the broken promises. I hadn't grieved over the relationships properly. I hadn't healed. I hadn't taken care of myself. And I also hadn't forgiven the person or the people who hurt me. You know, that bitterness just grew. And the worst part about it is I didn't even forgive myself. I was so pissed that I had trusted again and believed the bullshit and put myself back in another situation, but I hadn't healed yet. So of course I was attracting more pain because I was still in there. I was still in pain. I was still in that space. And I also would think that love is like a game. Like all this is just some bullshit game. And I truly believed that I had been damaged way too much to even attract the right person anymore. I was just so bitter and exhausted. And I started to stop believing that the love that I truly dreamed of, I was actually worthy of it. And see, it's these thoughts, these messed up thoughts, these past wounds that can truly mess with your future. It can totally deter you from seeing what is right in front of you, right? And that is a chance to have a healthy, loving relationship again. So how do we let go of bitterness? Well, the good news is that we can. We can 100% let bitterness go. But it starts with these simple yet powerful actions. First, you have to acknowledge the hurt. And my babies, you have to sit with the pain. And I know that sounds bad, but you can do this through therapy, through journaling, or simply just taking a break to process. Second, you need to forgive. And you're not doing it for them, you're doing it for you. Because holding on to grudges, that's just going to keep you stuck in the past. And third, you have got to change the narrative and the story that you keep telling yourself. All men are the same. All women are the same. Stop with that. Do not continue on with this narrative or that you're destined to be hurt, because it simply isn't true. Love is real. It is. But you can only, or love really, can only thrive when you open yourself up to it. And then the catch, the caveat is that you have to allow for that love to look different, for it to look different than it has before. Now, let me tell you something. You deserve a love that doesn't feel like a battlefield. You deserve to feel loved, to feel heard, and to feel seen. But if you are still holding on to that bitterness from the past, you are not giving your new love a fair chance. Real love isn't supposed to feel like a transaction. It's supposed to feel peaceful. And if you're not feeling that peace, then it's time for you to let go of whatever's weighing you down. And remember, you don't have to do this alone. Healing is a process, but it's worth it. You'll get there. Just keep moving forward with grace and compassion. You've got this. Thank you so much for watching today's video. And if you've been stuck in bitterness, I hope that this serves as a reminder to you that you do not have to carry that weight anymore. There is love on the other side of your healing. And as always, like, share, and subscribe. And please comment below with any thoughts or questions that you might have. Let's keep the conversation going, shall we? Now remember, you are worthy of safe, healing love. Until next time, my lovelies, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.